Hey YouTube, so today guys, we have some pretty awesome news here. I am very excited for this amiibo and I'm so happy it finally came. The Shulk Amiibo is finally here. Gotta be honest with you, this item is pretty desperately coveted amongst fans. I mean, this thing went out of stock for months now. If you check GameStop.com, the only company who's actually selling this, they aren't even, basically they're not even accepting pre-orders anymore for May. Yeah, that's right. The most recent pre-order they had was for May 2015, and that's not even in stock anymore. So who knows when you could be getting this in the future, guys. Overall, this thing is so awesome. I mean, if you know me by now, I don't enjoy actually opening things up. I like to keep them within their original packaging. So for this, I'm not sure if I'm going to open this up, but let me say this. For now, I'm definitely not going to open this up immediately. Maybe eventually I will open it up. But for now, I'm going to keep it sealed right in this packaging, man. This thing is so cool, man. I mean, I've always wanted a Shulk Amiibo. I want to give you a little bit of the backstory here about my opinions of xenoblade Chronicles and, Shulk and stuff. So we all know by now Sugar, right? Sugar Conway. He had his, he had, my bad, let me fix that. He had his, he had his LP for Xenoblade Chronicles. When he first started the game, right? Not only did I know nothing about this game, I was actually pissed off. I was being a stubborn Nintendo fanboy saying, "Oh, I want another Mario game, I want another, Pokemon game." That's what I was saying to myself. I was kind of pissed off because remember he just finished XD Gyarados, I believe. I really did enjoy that series. I'm a Pokemon fanboy. So when he first started this game, I was pissed off. So I watched the first episode. For some reason, I wasn't engrossed. I wasn't giving it a fair chance. I was going in with the assumption it was going to be bad. So although it wasn't horrible, I stopped watching. I was pissed off. Then episode maybe 35 or 40 came on. I said to myself, okay, people say this game is so good. And also, I love Sugar Conway. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. Let me give this a try. So I went back to his video. The episode, this is some spoilers here. This is some spoilers here, so just be aware. Basically, the episode he was on was the episode where, the gang was at Valak Mountain. They were fighting Jadeface and also, Lucky, I'm not going to give the name because I know people have some special name, party member 7, people like to say that, party number 8, whatever. So basically, you were fighting Jadeface and party number 7, and then basically this scene when, when Jadeface gets hurt, and then, Lucky number 7 saves you from him killing you, and then Egil and Yabaroth come down, and it says, "Oh, Shulk, you want the truth? Well, come find me." I don't know why. For some reason, this episode was such a moving episode for me, and it hooked me. It hooked me. Went back to episode 1, watched the full thing. I watched 35 parts at once. It took me multiple days to do it, but I don't care because I got so engrossed, guys. And now, unfortunately, at this point, I mean, it's not really unfortunately. This is just my personal opinion. We all know Sugar. He likes to take his time. He produces really high quality content, so he's definitely been taking it pretty slowly. He's also been sick, so because of that, I decided I wanted to finish the game myself. So I did watch somebody else finish the LP. I was afraid somebody was going to spoil the ending in the comments down below or something. I was scared of that, so I had to finish the game. So obviously, right now he's getting very close to the end of the game. It would have been more exciting if I watched him beat the game with him, but I was afraid of spoilers. I was afraid of just going crazy if I didn't see the ending, so I saw the ending on my own. But I saw 95% of the LP with him. Just the last few scenes I want to see on my own, just get out of the way before make sure nobody spoiled it for me. But after watching the full LP, I'm going to buy the game soon, But after watching the full LP, after getting my real opinions of this game, overall, guys, I gotta be honest with you, this actually may be my most favorite game I've ever seen ever. I gotta play it for myself, but right now, this is my favorite game ever. Never has a Nintendo game ever had a story more engrossing, period. Nintendo's never been good with stories. This game is by far the most engrossing Nintendo game I've ever seen in terms of story. Gameplay, pretty unique. One thing I have to say is I'm so desperate right now for a unique experience. Recently, Nintendo's been pretty safe. I think you can say that with Super Mario Bros. U, 3D World. These have all been safe games. They're still pretty good games. I'm not going to be honest with you. I'm not going to say they're bad games, but Nintendo's been very safe. And I wish Nintendo would take more risk. And what this game did is it provided me with a unique experience I haven't experienced in a long time. I'm used to Mario games, Pokemon games. And I'll be honest with you, with crappy stories. The stories is just not the strong point, And maybe I'm dwelling too much on story, but in my opinion, when I have a story, right, I need a good story in a video game because this gives me purpose. This gives me reason for fighting. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why. I guess for me, I just care about story more than most people. And because I'm a Nintendo fan, I'm always at conflict because a lot of times Nintendo basically Nintendo just does not care about story enough. And because of that, I've been suffering. And I'm not saying I don't love Nintendo games. I do, but occasionally I want a good story. You know what I'm saying? but at the same time, I don't want people shooting each other. Like, that's the issue I have with PS4 and Xbox One. Oh, my phone's ringing. Let me get that. I'll be right back. Alright, guys, back to the story. Basically, PS4 and Xbox One, right? All the top games are all shooting games, right? And although they're pretty decent stories, because those companies care more about story, I don't want to be shooting people all day. That's my biggest issue with those two consoles. All they have is shooters, zombie shooters, death, destruction. I don't want that all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's why I've never gone. Even though I'm pretty old now, I'm not a kid anymore. And I probably should be moving on by now. But hey, I still believe Nintendo games are overall a much better experience than shooting zombies, shooting people. You know, that's every game now. Killzone, Call of Duty, you know, Crisis. Every single game in these companies now, Halo, is all shooting. I don't want to be shooting people all day. That's why I still play Nintendo. That's the reason why. So overall, guys, my overall opinion, this Amiibo is beast. Like, the detail is so great on here, man. I wish I could show you. My cameras are right. I mean, I got a new phone here. It really should be doing better quality than this, but whatever. That's one issue I've had. The camera isn't that good. This is the LG G3, if you're wondering. The camera is decent. You know, I believe I feel like my old phone had a better audio. I don't know. That's just me. So, overall, I really hope you enjoyed this video. This is a really long video. I can't believe I was talking for 6 minutes. Overall, this Amiibo is beast. And if you want one, I'm sorry. You won't be getting it for months if you haven't pre-ordered it by now. But this is why I play Nintendo. This is why I love Xenoblade Chronicles. You know, quality story. Really great story. You know, gameplay is fun. You know, what I've seen so far looks pretty fun. You know, I really gotta play the game. That's the bottom line. I gotta play the game before I give my final opinion. But, I mean, based on what I've seen, it looks like the experience I had watching this game is like no other game I've ever played in my life, you know what I'm saying? So right now it's my favorite game ever. I gotta play it, I will play it one day. When I do, I'll let you know what my final opinions are. Hopefully you enjoyed that video. Thank you and bye.